Welcome back, guys. Today we'll be talking about Diablo 2 Resurrected, and we'll be going over the best build in my opinion, and that's going to be a mix and a hybrid of poison and summons for the Necro. So we'll be checking that together, all the details, the skill, the gear, the stats. Talk to you in a second. Alright guys, so for the skill, we don't have a lot of agency really in that build. We have 1 point at the end really that we can pick wherever you want to put it, but the rest is quite strict. The reason is that if you use actually really the main and core summoning skills, you will want actually to have your skeletons to the maximum. So raise skeleton to the max and skeleton mastery to the max. Then you will want to have, of course, summon resist and the 2 points in the golem and its mastery. So this is gonna allow you to have actually the best golem, as like the best, let's say, the best DPS in terms of summoning spells that you can expect actually for any of the build. Some of them will have extra revives, yes, but like the main source of damage is going to be your skeleton. So actually here you're putting your 40 points that you have into skeletons. And what's good with that is that you still have enough points to have the best poison damage as well, because you can put actually all the synergies of Poison Nova. So if you do that, actually you can have the best point in summoning and you can have the best point in poison, which works really well. In terms of curses, in that build as well, we pick the 2 curses that we like the most, but we like the most, amplify damage and decrepify. So this is going to help us actually having amplifying damage on big, large group of mobs, etc., and decrepify on bosses. And we don't really use resist to all because it's something that personally I find like not very compatible with the Poison Nova. I may be wrong, like some of you may love it, but personally I think like the Poison Nova is going so fast in terms of gameplay that you may not want to actually put your curse on everyone before throwing your Poison Nova. You may want to engage with your Poison Nova, put your curse, corpse explosion, and that's how I like to play it. Having played quite a long time like on the Necromancer, I really feel this is much more punchy, and so these skills actually support that gameplay the best. On the way there, I would suggest to focus on summoning and have a build maybe like that. So here, I just didn't put extra points. So this is not the final build, of course. This is just like on your way to actually having D-Web and Enigma. Before D-Web and Enigma, it's going to be a bit hard to have the poison summon build, but you can focus on summon more on the way there. And as I mentioned, like the difference with the build that you may have seen from MrLlama, sorry, and Dubrunski would be that I don't really put more points here in Golem and neither in Revive really. So personally, I don't love these skills so much. The Golem, I love him, like, but it's just like he has enough life with all your plus skills, etc., to survive and to provide the slow enemy count. So personally, I don't think much more is needed than this on the summoning spells tree. What I prefer to do is actually to have a bit more resistance with more bone armor and a bit more control with the bone prison. So this helps you give your summon a little bit more control, and you feel like you are the commander. You know, you have a bit more control over the screen. So that I prefer. But again, this is the build I would say to adopt before you get to actually the real one, the real final one. And again, you have like 1 style point that you can put anywhere you want really this point. Like it's as you prefer, guys. Okay, now we're gonna go in game and I'm gonna show you the gear and the stats. Talk to you in a second. Right guys, so here we are. Just gonna show you briefly the gear of my character and what I suggest you get. So the 2 things that I would say you need to start with is Death Web and Enigma. And okay, of course, a lot of people told you that already. But what I mean by that is like even anything else that you get that is not really helping you that much, like just trade it and try to get these 2 items. Try to really climb the ladder of getting like 1 East, 2 East, 3 East, and enough East that you can trade them for these 2 items. But really, I think that should be your main focus. If you want to play that build, get these 2 items. The rest, you know, like we will discuss about the threshold for FHR, for FCR, etc. All that's going to be important, but this is your first priority if you want to play a Poison Necro or a Poison Summon Necro, as we are here. Okay, one thing as well, important to me at least, except if you have like a massive budget, don't try to go the 2-2, so 2 all skills and 2 PNB skills, because it's going to be way too expensive, guys. So personally, I found enemy poison resistance being more important to me than a second point in PB skills, because I don't want to use the lower res skill, right? So as we said, we're not going for lower resist. So personally, I find then it's even more important that my gear targets lower resist. Sorry. So what we did here is that we, sorry, We put a rainbow facet as well. Again, the rainbow facet is +4 minus +5 in this case, -4, which I find important, like to just like don't go for a 5-5. This is going to be double or triple the price of a normal rainbow facet. Personally, like just do something else with your money. That's much better. The Shaco, again, yes, a facet. You can see here as well, +4 -5. So very important here. Mara, yes, we went for +24 or res. We're going to try to get better, but again, here we're trying to use our money the best way, if that makes sense. The spirit that we have here, we're going to need the 35%. So I know I just said like don't go for perfect, but in this case, for the spirit, you will have to go for a perfect, because what's important here is to reach the 75% FCR, you know, like this threshold, which is going to allow you to have a bit less frames, so to go a bit faster. You need to have 75, and in our build, that's the only way to get it, is if you have 35 here, because otherwise, if I had 34, you will see I'm at 74, right? So that's why it's important this one to be perfect. The Enigma, I'll let you guys see like anything you can get, like start with the cheap Enigma to start with. Enigma is super important, especially for the Necro. It's important for everyone to go fast. It's important for the summon Necro to actually put all the summons at the right place, because otherwise they're going to be all over the place, right? So that's the thing that's a little bit annoying with the Necromancer. So here it's really important to get that maybe even first, and then the Death Web. I'll let you guys see. A twist from the build that you may have seen before about Poison Necro. Actually, like the boots are not really helping us. There's no other boots that's really helping the Poison Necro that much. So we're going for Marrow Walk, which is going to help our second priority, which is going to be Summon, because we're going to get 2 points in Skeleton Mastery, really important. And if you want to play at PvP, you're going to get actually 33%, well, 33, level 33 of Bone Prison, 13 charges. So you will have to, that's going to be expensive, but anyway, like PvP is for the rich, right? So you will be able to have a bit of PvP. So it fulfills several roles here, which is quite good. BK rings here, so 2 BK rings could be 3% lifesteal, to be fair. It's just like I didn't find 3%, so that's why I went for 4. But here it's going to help you with a bit more life, and it's going to help you with +2 all skills. So this is super important, because again, +2 all skill is super important for your Poison Nova, but it's super important for your skeletons as well. We want the FCR from the Arak Mesh. Not really a choice here. You can go lower in defense, try to get lower defense. It doesn't matter so much at the beginning, so try to get it cheaper than mine. Mine's just that I dropped it, so like I would trade it maybe at some point even to get a better Mara, or to help me get a better Mara. Trang Gloves, no choice guys, +25% to poison skill damage, yeah, of course, yes. After that's it, a torch, yes, like you can see the torch is high in res, so this is my second torch. Actually I had a lower one, which was +12, +10 or something like that to start with. I just changed it not so long ago, because you can see that my res are a little bit low. So I was like, okay, like I need to get this 10 extra points from the torch, so that's helpful. The torch of the Necromancer are not that expensive, so that will help for sure. I quite like having the inventory a little bit more free, so I keep usually 6, so I can pick up an armor or up to an armor in terms of item. I just don't love, I don't know you guys, just having to open my inventory and to put it in the Heraldric Cube, anything I pick up. I find it not very fun to play, so I prefer to just pick it up, identify, drop it, or put it in the cube. So personally, I'm okay to lose a little bit of damage to have such an improvement of quality of life. What's important as well, as here we're going for everything with this build. So we have MF as well. You can see here we're at 200% MF. So we have actually a Guide. So here I could show bigger damage, you know, like we're almost at 10k. If I put one more skiller, we will be at 10k. If I replace that one, we'll be at 11k. So I could show you guys like a 12 or 13k. If I put like 4 extra skiller here, and if I had a bigger Death Web, but I just don't think it justifies the cost that much, because you will see when we're going to do the display, like things die so fast that it would be like, okay, maybe for certain cases in PvP, but that's it. Really, I don't think it's that worth it. So here, the points that we have that's left and that we need to do in the next months, and I will keep you posted, guys, if you're interested in that video and in the next ones. FHR is too low. I need 86 in FHR. We need 56 in FHR. So I need to get actually a Grand Charm that have FHR in the future, so we can get there. So I will let you guys know when I get them, but that's actually the last really threshold that we have to reach. So that's it really for the gear. Of course, if you can have a CTA on Switch, so that's going to be really helpful. You don't have to, but it's really helpful. So I got a decent one. Again, I didn't go for a +6 in battle order. Of course, this is the best, but a +4 is already doing really well with a +5 to battle command. So last thing, of course, the necromancer, the mercenary. So yesterday I did my first big rune word, which was fortitude, because I may not have got made the rune word of the others myself. I tried to get cheap stuff. So in this case, we got actually quite good stuff, quite good stats, like 28 to our res. And we did it on a great Orberg that had 858 in terms of defense, so not bad at all. We were more than 2k. We're waiting for an ethereal and Dariel's visage. That will be really good. And at the moment, we have an insight. So here, of course, we will want to change the insight to a pride as soon as we can. But like this is a long-term goal. We still have one goal for this build. Not everything is done. So we need pride now. When we'll have pride, we'll be actually quite perfect, kind of, I think. And of course, we'll need to up the resistance that we have here. You know, like we're a bit low, but I think once we have pride, we'll be like really, really good. So we're already great. We'll be like just perfect after. Okay, so now we're gonna go, guys, into some gameplay, and you will see if you like the gameplay or not, and if you want to do that build or not. Talk to you in a second. Okay, so we're ready for the chaos. So we're gonna start with that. I have 30 skeletons, by the way. Yeah, you can't see it, top left. We're just gonna do that first, and if you want to know more about the build, I will do another video where we're gonna actually go through a full rush, you know, and you can see actually, okay, do you like that build or not? But you will see it's really fast. So here, again, like, you know, we could die, like, of course, you see here, like I took quite a big hit. And like, of course you can die with this build, but you know, it's still quite strong overall. So we're gonna check what we got here. Rattle Cage, of course, it's quite bad. So here you can actually, between Enigma and Death Web, actually you're gonna get back so much health, guys, that I'm trying often not to use even one potion during a run, which I find quite good, because you know, it's not very fun to actually use a potion. So here, see, like you can, so you engage with UTP, a Poison Nova, then you actually amplify damage, and then you Corpse Explosion. So you really have like these three, you know, that's actually what I do with my fingers right now. It's Q, W, E, that's it. And when there's a boss, I change to Decrepify as well, of course. But I find that like much better, because I really start dealing damage, and then I throw a curse. I don't really love doing lower res first, and then a Poison Nova. I just feel like I'm wasting time. I could have maybe killed them already with my Poison Nova. Whoopla, that was a bit dangerous. But see, like the thing is, like even when it's dangerous, look at my life. I didn't take a potion, guys. So you can check actually my potions. Like we didn't take anything. Okay, we're gonna see if we got lucky with the Grand Charm. Nope, there's a bit of lag sometimes, like 3, 6, 9 damage. But see, like you can even like make mistakes like me. Like here, I did like quite a couple of bad TPs right in the middle, and that was not really something that put me in so much danger. So I find it much better. I don't love the opening with the just summon a Necro, because you cannot do nothing. You start, you TP, you know, and then you wait that your guys kill someone and then something happen. Here, you start doing something from the beginning, and everybody's doing something. You're doing something, your scales are doing something, your golem is slowing down the guys, your mercenary is helping everyone and dealing some damage on his own. Everybody is really useful, and you know, like, you will be useful in player 8, you'll be useful everywhere, because this is super strong and super useful for your team, because you're throwing curses, of course, but you're also like taking damage and tanking. You're providing a lot of auras for your team. So I think it's really, really powerful overall, and quite fun to play, guys. Like, I don't know, okay, it's an 8, of course, not gonna be a good rune. Could be good to have a good rune for once, like, you know, when we do a video or something, but not yet. But that's something like, there's a couple of faster builds, and don't get me wrong, if you do full summon, of course you're gonna get all the plus killer onto summon, and of course it's gonna be better summon than this one. But in terms of poison, not really. You're not gonna go really much better. You're gonna maybe get a little bit, oh, that's why actually the CTA were off. You're gonna get actually, yes, a little bit of extra damage with the lower resist. It's true, but in terms of like, so for me there's two different things. Like I took one potion, guys. I'm not gonna lie, you saw me, I took one potion, sorry about that. I just like, I'm not used to talk and play at the same time. So yeah, personally, like I'm not sure if that's gonna be faster. It may be a little bit faster for some bosses, but not even, because so we're gonna get that, because sometimes you get some good Amazon stuff here. Okay, or Assassin, but that was not so good. So yeah, personally, I don't know if it's really that much faster. Because you TP, you do your res, you wait that all the guys have your res, you may need to throw 2 or 3 curses, before you throw your Nova, I don't like it. This is way too slow for what I prefer in terms of gameplay. And here you can really like explode everything. So you're missing a bit of the range of corpse explosion, it's true, and that's a bit of a problem. But personally, like I think it's totally fine because things are dying so quickly. Look at that. I mean, it's okay. Like if we're talking about 0 point something seconds that I'm wasting by throwing 2 corpse explosion with 75 FCR, I don't think so. I don't think it's really a big deal. It's really like what I can do here. I can really go anywhere. So this was like a cow, and like I was a bit slow, guys. I will do another video, and I will do through a full run of all the acts of all the main things. So personally, I prefer to doing that. Why? Because you know you don't get too upset because you're gonna get probably at least a key for your run. You're gonna get at least something. If you just do like 100 mef run in a row, I find it's a bit depressing because you may get nothing very well. And actually, like if you do a bit of everything, there's a chance that you get some keys. There's a chance you get something. So your keys could be transformed into East if you're grinding your gear. Or right now, for example, I'm going to do it with my brother because we need to get him a Paladin Torch. So that's going to be really helpful. Also, this build gets a lot from playing with others. So especially you get a smiter with you or someone like that, or someone who has faith on the merc, etc. And then you get fanatism. Because here the only thing that we drop in terms of damage really for the summoner skills, it's that you don't have beast and you don't have the plus killer. So you have all your original gear, but you know, like we could reach a bit higher here. But see, we're at 37 and 31. 31 because the base is 12. I'm only level 90. When I will have like, there's a lot of points missing. We'll be at 39 actually here when it's maxed. And you can see here we're at 42 and 41 actually. Yeah, because I think, yeah, exactly. My battle orders and battle command left us. But you can see we're already quite decent. Our guys are doing like, they have 1000 health. I never need to resummon them again. Like the only one I need to resummon is actually the extra one that dies when I switch gear. You know, when I switch, like one dies the first time if I didn't buff yet. So that's the only problem. But I have 14 skeletons, guys. Like it's really, really fun. Style-wise, it looks really cool and we're really powerful. So good stuff, guys. Like I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know. I will try to make a couple of videos about farming with this guy, and you will see if you like that style of gameplay, etc. But personally, this is my favorite one. I didn't reroll since reading my skills since I got that, and I was really like wasting so many tokens, guys. Like I was using a token every 3 days to reroll for like few weeks, which was a bit stupid of me. But I was really like, I didn't find the playstyle. I was really close to something I liked, but I didn't like it. But now I love it. So I hope some of you guys who are hesitating between both and who are like, okay, when I go summoner, it's a bit too idle. When I go poison, I don't do enough of damage, and I don't like it that if I get poison immune, I cannot really do anything, and my skeletons are not strong enough. With this one, your skeletons are going to be strong enough. Your skeleton can do loads of damage themselves. So that's really, really good. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these ones. I will try to do much more videos on Diablo 2, not as much as the others with 1 video per day, but at least 1 video per week will be my pace, I hope. Okay, take care, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.